Hello, welcome back. I'm Commando, the turtle from the Marianas Trench, and today we're doing something different for once because I've been playing too much Subnautica. We're playing Red Dead Redemption 2, which I haven't actually played before. I've heard good things, I've seen good things. I never played Red Dead Redemption 1 because of the fact that I don't think it was on a platform I had. I think it was an Xbox exclusive at the time. So I have no idea if I need to play 1 or not. The only familiarity I have with 1 was compilations of like glitch videos of the guns and like characters spawning in wrong. So that was amusing. So hopefully, I guess what I'm saying is, yeah, we'll have a good time with Red Dead Redemption. So without further ado, let's give it a crack. So no, I want story. So I do not know why the control layout is kind of weird. I'm assuming it's because it's a console port, but anyway, we'll make do. So, Old West vibes, liking it. So are these the loading screens, or is this just context? Muse? Muse? Okay. Some rocks in a river, very good. So, to my knowledge, this is set towards like the end of the Old West, so like early 1900s, like start of the 1910s. Because off the top of my head, the Old West officially ends like 1920s, I believe, is when it like ends proper. Or rather, the era that people refer to as the Old West. Because it's funny, people think it was further back, but like it's the same with Australia. 1899, the Age of Outlaws and Gunslingers was at an end. Yes, that's very similar for Australia. In Australia, the Age of the Bushrangers was like 1860 through to like 1890. Yep, America's becoming a land of laws. Well, unless you were black or native or yeah, anyway. Yes, true, by this point the West had mostly been tamed in the sense of it had been largely integrated into America as a whole and interlinked with railroads. Yep, the last remaining gangs. Again, a large part of that had to do with the consolidation of America as a judicial system. Because in the earlier eras of the West, people could kind of get away with shit by like performing a crime in one state and then crossing over into another state where jurisdiction didn't extend. But with the formalization of a lot more of like kind of the government bodies, I guess you could say, federal policing, it meant that it was much harder to hide.
Abigail says he's dying, Dutch. We'll have to stop someplace.
Okay. Arthur's out looking. I sent him up ahead.
If we don't stop soon, we'll all be dying. This weather, it's May. I'm just hoping the law got as lost as we did.
There. Arthur! Any luck?
I found a place where we can get some shelter. Let Davy rest while he... You know. An old mining town. Abandoned. It ain't far. Come on.
Yeah, not being from so May in the northern hemisphere be like what, start of spring? Because for us it's like start of winter. Alright, chapter 1, Coulter.
him in here.
Miss Gaskell, get that fire lit quick. Miss Jones, bring in whatever blankets we have. Mr. Pearson, see what we've got in terms of food.
Davy's dead.
There was nothing more you could have done.
What are we gonna do? We need supplies.
Interesting.
First of all, you're gonna stay here, and you were gonna.
So the coins on the eyes thing is like an old Greek tradition. It's the obols for Chiron, the boatman of the Styx.
We're gonna ride out, see if we can find one of them. And this, just for a short bit. And I don't see what other choice we have. Listen. Listen to me, all of you, for a moment. Now, we've had, well, a bad couple of days. I loved Davy, Jenny, Sean, Mac. They may be okay. We don't know. But we lost some folks. Now, if I could throw myself in the ground in their stead, I'd do it gladly. But we're gonna ride out and we're gonna find some food. Everybody, we're safe.
So from what I've heard,
There ain't
that guy's Dutch and he's a piece of shit.
following us through a storm like this one. And by the time they get here, well, we're gonna be long gone. We've been through worse than this before. Mr. Pearson, Miss Grimshaw, I need you to turn this place into a camp. We may be here for a few days. Now, all of you, get yourselves warm. Stay strong. Stay with me.
That was a really harsh strong.
Come on, Arthur.
All right. We've got some work to do.
We ain't run into them yet, so they both must have headed down the hill.
Sure. Hey, I ain't had time to ask. What really went down back there on that boat?
We missed you. That's what happened. Come on. Oh,
So I'm missing context. I'm wondering, is that from the first game or is it...
oh yeah. Hey, Mr. Smith, get yourself indoors. You need to rest that hand.
I'll live.
Get indoors, son. We need you strong.
Okay.
Oh, wrong button.
All right, let's head out.
Ain't sure what we're gonna find out here, Dutch.
We have to try. Stay close. We'll do our best to stick to the trail.
This goddamn weather.
In 2 days or more like this now, oh, it has to blow over soon.
Okay, so we can ride faster with left shift. The horse controls aren't bad.
Bridge coming up. Take it easy.
Use left control to slow my horse down. Okay.
Can't believe we lost Davy, too.
He's the last one, Arthur. No more. We need to get those people warm and fed.
At least we don't need to worry about pink.
Ah, the Pinkertons.
A couple more
The
days.
Pinkertons are a very interesting historical organization. They still exist, actually.
Others back up.
So the Pinkertons was started after there was a
Strong right now.
well, sort of. It was, I believe, it was during the Civil War, right before it. But basically, the Pinkertons themselves, I believe they were brothers, approached
So,
Abraham Lincoln, basically saying that they had evidence that there was a conspiracy to assassinate him, that they would provide protection and other shit like that. So they basically unveiled themselves with the federal authorities as kind of like a security force. This is before things like the American Secret Service and the NSA and all those other things came into existence. And so they kind of unveiled themselves as like bodyguards and thief takers and also strike breakers.
Gentlemen,
Found anything?
I think so. Found a little homestead down that way.
Okay. Anyone home?
Sure. Place is blazing with light and noise. Sounded like a party.
Let's go see.
Follow me. How's Davy doing?
He didn't make it. Nor did little Jenny.
That's too bad. Davy was a real fighter. Both of them calendar boys is, or was.
Yeah,
And Mac, Sean,
we don't know.
So yeah, the Pinkertons basically set themselves up as kind of like a private police force slash bounty hunters, which is what they were kind of probably doing here. And their great advantage in the days of the Old West was the fact that they didn't really have jurisdiction. Because they could effectively act like bail bondsmen and operate across state lines. But also they were not subject to the restrictions that police forces were. So the Pinkertons were known and feared for their role as, again, thief takers and strike breakers.
passing you.
Yeah, okay.
You run into anybody else? I reckon we're the only ones crazy enough to be out in this, Morgan.
Yeah, well, don't talk to me about Kramer.
Oh, so no, glad you're all right. I was worried, Micah. Look, it's all gonna work out, Morgan. We lost a few folks, but that's just how it goes sometimes.
Well, I'm glad you're feeling so good about it.
Where are all the others?
Old mining camp, back up the hill. Ain't much, but shelter. So, this house, you speak to the people there already?
No, like Dutch told us. Look, but don't talk to no one. Just following orders.
I have no idea how they navigate in this. I mean, I've been in snow before, and
How much further?
yeah, I've been whited out before, and yeah, can't see shit. Couldn't tell which way was up or down.
Thanks.
Oh, goddamn, this snow gets right to the bone. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Dutch ain't got anything to say to me? Oh, fair enough. Yeah, the horse control on this are actually pretty good. It looks good, which is important.
Okay, let's keep it down now, gentlemen. It's just up ahead.
As they say, the vibes are correct.
You two lie low on this. Okay, let's head down there.
Okay, my health is down the lower left. That's concerning.
Let's hitch up here.
So outer is
Gouge his eye!
Oof. Hello, welcome in. We are playing. Let me hitch my horse. We're playing Red Dead Redemption.
Let me handle this. We don't want to spook these fine people.
Okay, we're just starting out. We're approaching the homestead. So, hello, how are we?
Like quite the party.
Yes, we're approaching the homestead.
You two,
I have no idea what I'm actually doing beyond that.
man, is a lot less intimidating than three nasty-looking degenerates. Micah, hide behind that wagon. Arthur, you take that old.
You
shit
did
on
get
the
me
left.
just a little bit.
Both of you.
I was not quite expecting any redeems in the quiet, snowy vista that I'm currently marching through, so There was a moment of alert.
Arthur,
Okay.
get in position. Come on.
Oh, wait, I gotta go to the, where do I gotta go? The shed. Okay.
Arthur,
Shed.
doing? I said get out of sight. Not there. Over in the cattle shed.
Isn't this the shed? Yeah, maybe a little bit.
What are you doing? Get inside.
Where's the shed? Or is it over there? Be nice if they marked out which shed it actually was. Is it all the way over here? Is this it? Oh, okay. I'm blind. There is actually a marker on the map. It's on the other side of things. Well done. And I can't sprint. So it looks like I'm gonna have to keep on walking through the snow. It's this thing I hate about tutorials. It's like, hey, a little bit more mobility would be nice. Okay.
Hello? Shut up, Billy. Excuse me. Hello? Oh, well, hello, friend.
What you want?
Hello, friend.
I am very sorry to disturb you.
Yeah, I could understand that. I wouldn't say I've met any, but
Some trouble
to be fair, I don't watch, well, I watch a few streamers, but I don't watch a lot of the big ones, so I'm not sure if I've ever met any cocky ones.
Help you, mister.
I got folks
Arthur,
dying on the
Arthur,
trail.
we got a problem.
What's the problem?
There's a corpse right here.
Now, I just
Arthur,
need
there's a body
food
in the wagon.
Are they the homesteaders?
Keep your eyes on Dutch.
I think you should go.
I don't know. I wouldn't say I've met any cocky small ones.
Now,
Okay.
friend, I ain't asking for much. Please. I am kind of desperate.
Hey, I don't believe it. Come here, partner. Come here.
Okay. This is gonna go south, I think.
Goddamn Dutch Vanderlyn, you morons! Colm is gonna shit his pants. Put your hands up. Look out! There's more to this. Watch out! Look out! The window.
Oop. Get him. Okay, that works. Knife is actually extremely effective. That's good. Karen, yeah, sometimes. I haven't seen one in a while. I'll be honest. Yeah, you kind of want to give them a slap, but I find that, like, usually they do a good enough job embarrassing themselves. They don't, like, that kind of, they do it to themselves. You don't even need to do it. Okay. Got him. And get in the ground. Alright. So combat in this actually surprisingly good. But I'm guessing something's inside of this line of questioning. Did you have a close encounter of the Karen kind today?
Micah, go bring the horses closer to the house. Arthur, let's go search the cabin.
Because yeah, the closest thing I'm trying to think, closest thing I encountered to a Karen recently.
Turn the place upside down. Grab as many supplies as you can. We need the essentials. Food, medicine, whiskey.
Ah, food, medicine, and whiskey. Man after my own heart. Okay, let's hold up.
O'Driscoll's.
But yeah, I'm trying to think, what's the closest thing I had to a Karen encounter recently?
There's a big price on Colm O'Driscoll's head. Nearly as
Can't
big
really
as
think of one. To be fair, I don't exactly get out much. Oh yeah, those. Yeah, no, those always suck.
I'm starving.
You should eat something now. Get your strength up for the ride back.
No, yeah, the closest one I had to a Karen was a while ago, which was my mum parked her car somewhere, and like this woman was just really sussy about the way she was parking. She was like, "Oh, she's not going to park it like that, is she? She's not going to leave it." I'm like, "No, she's going to straighten it up. Just fucking relax." What am I actually doing? Let's... Okay. Examine it. Okay.
Keep searching while I pack these.
So all this is hold. That's kind of annoying.
Poor bastard was married too.
Grab anything you think
Okay.
we can
So
use,
flip it over. Okay, that doesn't actually do anything. F. Controls in this are really weird. Yeah, to be fair, I don't know, like... I think most folks, to some extent, believe the world revolves around them, but at least have the common sense to be considerate of others. Like, you know, most of the time I'm concerned with my own affairs, right? I'm doing what I'm doing for me. But if I encounter someone else, if I have to deal with someone else, I'm like, okay, let's be generous and see this from their perspective, and again, try and reach a mutual understanding. But I can understand, yeah, people who ain't got the capacity to do that are
Micah, Arthur,
frustrating in the extreme, to put it nicely.
Arthur, go see if there's anything in that barn. Micah,
Sure. Can I
search the cabin, see what we missed.
can I scrounge on these guys? No. Investigate the barn. Oh, there's probably a bunch of horses in here. Left alt. Okay, let's open the barn door. Oof. Okay.
Bastard shot my cousin. Well, he started it. I'll break your neck.
Okay. Why is it F to punch him?
This guy just jumped me.
Rock 'em, sock 'em, boys.
Sneaky little bastard. Should I kill him?
No. Not yet. Find out what they're doing here and where Colm is.
Oh, this son of a bitch will talk. Where's Colm O'Driscoll?
With the others. At an old mining camp southwest of here. Near the lake.
Okay. Interrogating. Tell me more.
What are you bastards doing? Why are you up here?
We're fixing to rob some train. Gonna blow the tracks. I don't know more.
Oh, train robbery. Nice.
Well, I would say it looks like you have this, Arthur. Do what you want with him. I don't care. But bring that horse when you're done. Oh.
What are we gonna do? What do we think we're gonna do? We got three options. We can spare him, we can beat him, we can choke him. What are we thinking?
I won't breathe a word to nobody.
I'm wondering, is there gonna be story consequences? I'm gonna let him go just to see what happens.
Get the hell out of here. Go.
I punched him once. Punched him once for good measure and let him go. Where's my... all the buttons here are weird. Why is it... tab to pick up my revolver, but R to pick up the hat.
It's okay. Whoa.
These controls are weird as fuck. Okay.
You're okay, boy.
We have achieved horse. Excellent. Free horsey. Yeah, thus far the horse controls have been really good. 10 out of 10 horse controls. 10 out of 10 combat. Like 2 out of 10 everything else controls.
Figured he won't get far in this anyway.
That looks like a decent horse. You should keep him. Tie him up over
Wait.
there, Arthur.
Why is it leading me over here? Oh, okay, this is the hitching post. Fair. Oh.
Micah, what the hell do you... Whoa, look what I found in the cellar. Wild thing ate ya.
Leave her
Okay.
I wasn't doing nothing. She's one of them O'Driscolls.
No, she ain't, Micah. Look at her. Miss, are you...
Oh, you fool! Micah!
Miss. Now, it is gonna be
Jesus.
okay. We need
Mike is a
you.
fucking idiot.
No harm. Miss,
Alright, he's obviously going to get us into trouble.
it'll be okay.
Also, you set the house on fire.
And quick. Come
Good
on.
job.
Oh,
Micah, you absolute piece of shit.
okay, miss?
They came 3 days ago. And my husband,
She got shoes on?
Miss, you are safe now. And you can't stay here.
Well, good thing we got an extra horse.
You come with us. Arthur.
Miss, it's okay. We're bad men. We ain't them.
We're bad men, but we're not quite that bad.
Get on. We'll keep you safe until you figure out what you want to do.
We're amongst thieves.
Miss?
Adler.
Adler.
Ah,
Sadie Adler.
Adler.
This is...
German for eagle.
He was my husband.
Ah, elaborate on the insult.
Hey! Somebody's coming!
Oh,
Looks like it's Dutch. Hey, everybody, Dutch is back!
How'd you get on?
Micah found a homestead, but he weren't the first. Colm O'Driscoll and his scum, they beat us to it. We found some of them there, but there is more about, apparently. Scouting the train. Thank you.
That's the last thing we need right now, Dutch.
Well, it is what it is. But we found some supplies, some blankets.
I learned a good insult recently, but I can't remember what it was because I never got a chance to use it.
Miss Tilly, Miss Karen, would you warm her up? Give her a drink or something? And Mrs. Adler, it's gonna be okay.
What is the most fun game to play? Good question.
Her into a widow. Animals. I need some rest.
Hmm.
Haven't slept in 3 days.
I don't know, that's a good question.
Miss O'Shea will show you the way. Mr. Morgan, we put you in a room over here.
Thank you, Miss Grimshaw.
Mr. Bell, you're with the fellas over there.
What? How come Arthur gets a room and I get a bunk bed next to
Yeah.
Williamson and a bunch of dark...
That one's like mid-tier, I think. I find like a your mum joke is, well, it's about a decade and a half out of date, but I don't know. I like a more creative insult than that. Part of the reason I don't use insults very often because I'm not that creative.
Weather ain't let up.
He's strong, and he's smart.
Strong, at least. Hello, Arthur.
Abigail?
Arthur, how you doing?
Just fine, Abigail. And you?
I need you to... I'm sorry. I'm
I
sorry.
know. I wouldn't say they're sad, but they just got dated real fast. Like, I was around in the heyday of the your mum joke. Like, 2008 was the heyday of the mum joke.
I mean,
And they kind of just, they got burnt up. They got used up. There were too many.
but that ain't changing because he got caught in some snowstorm.
Please go take a look. Javier?
Yes.
Javier, will you ride out with Arthur to take a look for John? You're the two best fit men we've got.
Alright, who are we finding? We're finding someone named John.
We're all... we're pretty worried about him.
I know. The situation were reversed. He looked for me.
Thank you.
This way. Last I know, John was headed up the river.
For all we know, he kept riding north and never looked back.
He wouldn't leave. Not like that.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Jesus, this intro is like one big cutscene. Can we imshi a little bit? I had the same problem with the new whatchamacallit, the new Yakuza game, the Inshin Like a Dragon. Just takes so damn long.
Let's hope it ain't
I mean, I love a good story, but I want to play the story, not watch the story.
Seems somebody left.
Alright, what can you tell me, Javier? Okay, why was that horse glitching out?
That way.
Sure, well, come on then.
There's some tracks leading to the river. Yeah. Let's cross. See, they continue up that way.
Water looks good, though.
You think it's John?
You tell me. These are horse tracks for sure, but could be anyone. Let's just see where they lead.
So, you were there, Javier. What really happened on that boat?
We had the money, it seemed fine. Then suddenly they were everywhere.
Bounty hunters?
No, Pinkertons. It was crazy. Raining bullets.
Alright, so the Pinkertons are after us.
Big ravine here.
Yep, okay. Don't want to fall down that. Ah, there's some tracks in the snow.
Girl in a bad way. But it was a bad situation.
That ain't like him, though.
What do you mean ain't like him? Dude's got a mustache and a black hat. In a western, he's clearly a piece of shit. Okay. So we're looping around.
Mac and John, both shot too. Sean, we don't even know. I'm surprised we escaped at all. By the time you boys showed up from the other side of town, we were only just holding on.
Bad
Okay,
business.
V's cinematic camera.
Damn snow's coming in hard again.
We'll lose these tracks if we don't move fast.
Okay, that's kind of cool. So they really did commit to the whole making it a western thing. Again, it's pretty, but it's just one big cutscene. Like, yeah, let's exit cinematic camera so I don't go up the fucking mountain. Oof, no, stop. Stop, 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 turn around. Okay, that's a bit awkward.
Come on, Arthur. We need to stay together. Careful, it's getting narrow here.
See, it's one of the problems with modern game dev. It kind of irritates me a bit, is that, like, the obsession with making games cinematic. Like, yeah, it's pretty, but games are their own medium. Games are not movies, so you don't need to make a game that looks like a movie. It's the thing, like, everyone's talking about how good The Last of Us is as a TV show, and it's like, of course it's fucking good as a TV show, because the game was written like a movie's written. So it just one for one goes straight into a TV show. I don't know, the only horse joke I can think of with Family Guy is the one with the shooting the horse and then getting whipped by it or whatever. Oop. I can hear something.
Come on. Up there.
Get our iron out just in case. Big iron, big iron.
It's coming from up ahead somewhere.
Alright, what do we
I
got?
don't think we can go much further on the horses. We'll have to walk from here. I grabbed that shotgun from your horse. Who knows what's up ahead?
Yeah, I'll be honest, I haven't watched that much Family Guy. I've watched a bit here and there, but it was one of those things that, like, same with American Dad, I never really got into it because they're basically just, like, in my opinion, cheaper versions of The Simpsons. The Simpsons started the whole, like, setup of what do I gotta do? The Simpsons started the whole thing of, like, animated sitcom. Force weapons. Okay, it's tab. Tabbed. What am I doing? What am I doing? Yeah, hold tab to view my stored weapons. What the fuck is going on? Hold tab to view my stored weapons. Okay. That's Q's getting to cover. First to saddle on my horse, yes. Hold tab to view my stored weapons. Ah, there we go. Okay. Get my shotgun out. So elaborate on the question. What do I think of the alligator snapping turtle? Well, I think alligator snapping turtles are actually a pretty impressive organism. They're interesting in that they have a rather rudimentary body plan for for a turtle, including some very prominent shell forms on the carapace. The thing that's kind of weird with them is that their range is, well, it's not extremely limited, but it's limited entirely to the eastern side of America. See, I wasn't aware of that, the whole having a softer shell to have a stronger bite thing. Because the thing is, alligator snapping turtles, and just common snapping turtles as well, their bite's actually not that strong. It's fast, and they've got a sharp beak, but it's actually not that strong. The strongest bite of any turtle is actually the big-headed turtle. And that's because of the fact that they eat crabs and like shellfish. Turtles comparatively actually have a pretty low bite force because they're anapsids. So broadly speaking, there's 3 types of vertebrate skull. Humans are what are called humans are synapsids, which means we have one set of skull fenestra, which are holes in the skull where our muscles, our jaw muscles are anchored. Most reptiles are diapsids, which mean they have 2 holes in their skull for anchoring jaw muscles. So crocodiles and alligators actually have very large ones at the back of their head, hence their incredibly powerful bite. Turtles, turtles don't have any fenestra, which for a long time led people to believe that they were quite primitive, but it's actually the other way around. They evolved backwards. They de-evolved their fenestrae. But yeah, crocodile skulls are impressive.
Here, take a drink.
Give me the whiskey, boy.
Thanks. I'm not designed for this snow.
Rude.
Let's keep moving then.
Dude throws his whiskey, we take a swig and then throw the whole fucking thing away.
John!
Absolute piece of shit.
John, you there?
Yeah, crocodiles have pretty impressive skulls. Although it's funny, so crocodiles have what are called osteoderms. So they have like
John! We're coming!
basically bone in their skin to give them armor. But it's actually the smallest crocodile, the dwarf crocodile, that has the highest proportion of osteoderms in its skin. Yeah, I've heard conflicting things about the crocodile bite force. There's debate over if it's number one or if great white's number one. It kind of alternates back and forth. They're pretty close.
Thought I'd say this, but good to see you, Arthur.
In terms of bite force ratio, I believe Tasmanian devils, they have the highest bite force to body size.
I don't feel too good.
So if you scaled up a Tasmanian devil to be the same size as a crocodile, it would have the higher bite force.
Don't die just yet, cowboy.
But bite force is a bit of a funny one. Because like a high bite force does not always equate to something being dangerous.
Let's try this way.
Ain't you a sorry sight?
Can't argue with you there.
Can I get out of cinematic camera?
Dutch, you weren't the right man for this.
Sure you did.
Why am I stuck in cinematic camera?
I think so.
Come on. Hopefully this will lead us out.
Because yeah, I can't remember what the example was, but I remember one of my university lecturers talking about this, where bite force does not necessarily equate to something being capable. Because they were like, I think it was cows. They were saying like cows have a higher bite force than something else. I can't remember what it was though. Yeah, sleeper sharks are bigger, but they don't necessarily like. Again, size doesn't necessarily factor into it.
All right, John, come on. Let's get you on that
Because
horse.
sleeper sharks, they're again a very different build to a great white. A great white is a large macro predator. Its diet consists, an adult great white's diet consists almost entirely ow. Fucking wolves. Okay, am I gonna die? Am I gonna die? I think I'm gonna die. Yeah, okay, I'm dead. Alright, so how do you dodge wolves? Or do you just have to shoot them? Fucking hell. Because yeah, sleeper shark's diet consists largely of fish.
See that on the ridge?
Whereas a great white is a macro predator. Their diet consists entirely with... Oh yeah, true, the whale bodies, but...
For the horses, I'll keep John.
Even then, they're not hunting whales.
Okay, here we go, John. We'll leave them to Arthur.
Alright, come on you fucking wolves.
We're getting you out of here. Don't bring them this way. Away from us.
Fucking... Well, to be fair, most anything's an opportunist. Okay, that's how you dodge. Fucking... Goddamn wolves. Get me into a gunfight, I'm fine. Fight against wolves. Found my hard counter.
You see that?
Wolves are bullshit. Pack hunters are bullshit. That was my point I was going to make. So the most dangerous thing in the ocean, arguably, is the orca. Now, orcas are smart enough not to eat people, because they know we taste like shit because we have no fat on us. But orcas... Orcas are bullshit because they're pack hunters. They hunt as a group. And pack hunting increases your chance of success ludicrously. That's why the most effective hunting animal in Africa is not actually the lion, nor the hyena. It's the African wild dog, because they're more efficient pack hunters. Fucking stop that. Ah. Goddamn wolves. I should have bought my revolver. Why did I bring the fucking double-barreled shotgun?
I'll distract him while you get to the horses. Go! Draw them off.
Fucking pack hunters, I swear to God.
Let's get you on that horse. We're getting you out of here.
Come here, you piece of shit.
Distract them, Arthur. Shout! Shoot! Do something!
There we go, there's one. There's two. There we go. Fucking get out of it. Oh. Son of a bitch. There we go. Fucking suck a dick.
Okay, let's get going before any more of these bastards show up.
Okay. We've successfully not died to the wolves this time.
Come on then. Let's get back to the others.
Yeah. So clearly the combat's designed for gunfighting. Doesn't adjust so well to fighting wolves.
A dog bite.
Knew a fella? Got bit by a dog. Died. An hour later.
Yeah, don't get bitten by dogs.
Gonna die.
Getting bitten by dogs sucks. A lot of bacteria in a dog bite.
Up there.
Fucking more wolves.
Get the hell out of here.
Fucking hell. There we go.
On the left.
There we go. Got him.
You see any more, Arthur?
I mean, sharks are similar to reptiles in this regard, and again, most of them follow indeterminate growth. So again, so long as they have enough food, they'll keep on growing.
Of course. That bullet in Blackwater now.
And they are, like, again, any marine organism is relatively resistant to damage. They have to be by virtue of the environment they live in.
None of us are lucky right now.
Because in an aqueous environment, it's really easy to get infections. So they generally have to be pretty durable. The whole sharks don't get cancer thing's a myth, though.
You know,
Sharks most definitely do get cancer.
come up with a better story for that scar. So, freezing, bleeding, starving, damn near getting eaten to death ain't good enough for you.
Okay, so we
Let's cross to the left.
survived the wolves.
Come on. Let's push hard and get back.
See those buildings up ahead, John? That's where we camped. Nearly there.
Well, interesting fact. So, squid, yeah?
We get some help here.
Squid have a very interesting body layout. Their brain is donut shaped. So, you know how squid's long? Yeah?
Some help.
Like, your squid, you've got like the tentacle mass and the beak. And then you've got the eyes above that, and then you have the mantle. So yeah, their brain is donut shaped. It goes around the esophagus, which has to pass up between the eyes. So squid can actually kill themselves if they eat something too large, because if they eat something too large and it goes through their donut shaped brain, it can actually stretch their brain to the point that it breaks.
Talk about how we're gonna get out of this.
Yes, their tongue is called a radula.
Suppose we'll have to keep heading east.
East.
All mollusks have a radula in some shape or form.
I know.
Hmm.
The west is where our problems are worse. Come on here, Strauss. Let's get warm.
Yeah, so normally they break up food, but there are instances of squid eating things that are too large and breaking their own brain. It happens. Not often, but it happens.
Running for weeks. We found shelter and Been resting here in some old abandoned mining town while we wait the thaw. Hardly the spring.
And other fun fact, because squids and other cephalopods are soft-bodied, the only fossil evidence we have of historic squids and octopi are the beaks.
We get warm, and we wait. When the storm breaks, we move. But we're safe here. Warm enough.
Let's sit with the lads.
You sound doubtful.
Not doubtful, just worried.
What do you think, Arthur?
Well, I wasn't on that boat, so hard to say. But I trust your judgment, Dutch. Always have.
Thank you, son.
Well,
Shot at before Hosea.
shells, yes, in the form of ammonites, but only ammonites, nautiluses, and some other species have the shell component.
We get our money or we get some more money.
But again, most octopuses and squids are fully soft-bodied, so yeah, we don't really have much left of them aside from the beaks. That's why ammonites are very well known in the fossil record, because they leave a shell. And some of them also have some really weird body plans. My favorite one's the one that looks like a giant paperclip.
What about you, Arthur? You doubting me too?
Never.
Good. Because you know me, son. I'm just getting started. Once we get some money, well, they better send some good men after us, because they ain't never gonna find us. But we need...
Yes, correct. So the nautiluses and stuff do have shells, but most of the other cephalopods, because again, nautiluses are like one species out of however many thousand. But yeah, the thing is, in order to get a fossil, a proper fossil, is you need to have some sort of calciate bone to convert into a mineral. It's the other reason why we don't have many fossil sharks, because sharks are sharks aren't osteoichthyes, sharks are elasmobranchs. They're chondrichthyes. Their bodies are cartilage, which doesn't form fossils in the same way that bones do, because you don't get the calcification. Okay, where are we going? Ooh, that lens flare. Yes, correct. Okay, so we're going to see... Going to see someone in here.
Up with you boys because I thought you liked action. Couple of days on the lam.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Micah.
Apart from you, of course.
Shut up, Micah.
I ain't
Yeah,
never
correct.
seen so many long faces.
Mr. Smith got the right idea. Shut the fuck up, Micah.
That fell. But when I fall, I don't want no fuss.
When you fall, there'll be a party.
Correct.
Party. Probably. That funny, huh? Sure. I don't feel like being laughed at by the likes of you two.
Stop it!
I'll just shoot him and be done with it.
You fools punching each other when Como Driscoll's needing punching hard. You want to sit around waiting for him to come find us? All of you, we got work to do. Come on.
Are you sure about this, Dutch?
Yes.
Both been through a lot recently. We hardly back on our feet yet.
And the last thing we need is to get bushwhacked by Como Driscoll. Let's go.
I know you hate him, Dutch.
He's here for us.
I doubt that.
No, you're just doubting me.
I would never doubt you, Dutch. You always said revenge is a luxury we can't afford.
This is the right call, Arthur. Take this. And this is about more than revenge for business.
I don't agree with you, but I'll happily take your lever action.
Talking about trains and detonators here. Colm always had good information. Come on.
And you think now is the right time to hit a train?
Now you might fancy living on deer piss and rabbit shit. I'm getting too old for that life. Mr. Matthews, Mr. Smith, Mr. Pearson, would you please look after the place? There are O'Driscolls about. Yeah!
Alright, so we got the lasso and we got the lever action.
Southwest, right, Arthur?
Yeah. He said follow the main trail southwest. They're camp near some lake.
Okay.
This will either work out well or terribly because I let that guy go.
Find us and rob this score they're planning.
Alright, so it's gone into cinematic mode again. Fuck's sake, just let me play the game. If I wanna watch a Western, I'll watch True Grit. Why did it just decide it wanted to steer me off the path?
What's that? Tracks. Horses, quite a few of them. As far as I can tell, the only fools out here are us and them. They must be this way.
You good, Dutch?
Of course. Listen, I know you don't think much of my ideas recently, but this is the right move.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because that'd be the salt density. So you'd have the fresh water would be on top because it's the least dense. Then you'd have the salt water because it'd be more dense, and then you'd have the brine because it'd have the highest salinity concentration.
Needs to be put to rest, one way or another. It will be.
Some things I can forgive, others I can forget. What he did to Annabelle, I can't do neither.
You killed his brother, Dutch.
Yes, I did. And I hope the bastards will be reunited soon enough. That's how this'll end.
Damn
Yeah,
right, Mark.
there are interesting ones like that. So of course the Dead Sea, not actually a sea, it's a lake. But yeah, the Dead Sea is infamous for its high saline concentration. It's a very salty lake, to the point that nothing lives in it except for flies. There are some flies that partake of it and enjoy the salt. But because it's so dense with salt, it makes you extra buoyant. Because it's easier to, well, it's technically both harder and easier to swim in salt water. It's easy to float, harder to swim. Because it's denser.
Are we goddamn ready?
Ready, Dutch.
Good. Now, Mr. Morgan and I, we're gonna head up here a little, see if we can't get a sense of the layout of the camp. Mr.
Interesting one is over in South Australia, we actually have a bunch of,
outside the camp.
for lack of a better word, lakes. That have very interesting salt inclusions in them that make them bright colors. So there's a pink one. There's a metallic blue one, and I think there's a couple of blue ones and like a pink one, just because of the mineral salts in them. Yeah, I hadn't heard about the freshwater seals. I'll have to look into that. It's not surprising. But I mean, yeah, most animals will make use of any niche they can get hold of. Are they actually freshwater, or are they obligatory freshwater, or are they just seals that happen to live in freshwater?
That's definitely them. Home? I think so.
Yeah, that's him.
Because we've got freshwater dolphins. Freshwater only. Okay, interesting. And I mean that makes sense because again, usually freshwater organisms are freshwater only because of osmotic pressure. Most marine organisms and freshwater organisms, they need to maintain salt balance. Because of osmosis, a more saline environment will cause water to move through a cell wall more, or vice versa, depending on your kidney shape. That's to put it simply. So freshwater fish produce a lot of dilute urine with very little salt in it. Saltwater fish produce very concentrated urine with very little water in it. And again, that's to preserve their internal salt balance. So there are a couple of creatures that can do both salt and freshwater.
You two get up there and keep us covered.
You got it, Dutch.
But most organisms cannot, because they need to balance their... Alright. Okay, hold tab. Give me that carbine. But the thing is, vertebrates, because not vertebrates, mammals, because mammals can usually live on land with some exceptions, they often can be more tolerant of both salt and fresh water. So for instance, the Ricali, which is the native Australian water rat, they'll live in fresh water, brackish water, salt water. The main criteria for them is actually less about the water quality. Well, so long as the water is clean, they'll live in it. But the main criteria for them is vegetation. They need waterside vegetation to live in. Alrighty.
Watch out. This bit's steep.
The one I find funky is the North American wood frog. So you find these guys up in like Northern America, Canada, stuff like that. And the thing that they do is they actually freeze in winter. They freeze solid. And they basically enter like, it's weird, it's suspended animation. Because they get ice crystals forming in their body. It's just that they have certain things that they do internally with their salt balance and other things. To make sure that their bodies don't freeze too much. But their heart stops. And what happens is when spring comes and they thaw out, the thawing causes their muscles in their heart to contract, which builds up a static charge, which actually causes the heart to start beating again. And they essentially, come back to life. But they're incredibly odd animals in the fact that they actually freeze. Because usually having ice falling in your body is bad, because usually the ice crystals will damage your soft tissues.
Stay low. Come on, follow me.
Okay. We're gonna like shoot this guy or just walk up to him, or what are we doing?
Okay, let's get in cover.
Oh no, wait, that's Micah.
So, what are we doing, Dutch? I can take this if you want.
Just make the call. You want to take the lead? Go. Make the call, Arthur.
Okay, fine. You make the move.
Why is it not firing? There we go. Why is it not firing? There we go. Am I gonna reload? Is that what it is? There we go. What the? Okay. Maybe walking out in the middle of the fight was not the smartest idea. Yeah, cavitation bubbles are weird. Particularly because the main problem with them is less with the fact that they exist and more with when they actually collapse. Again, primo example being the mantis shrimp, where their claws move so fast they generate a cavitation bubble in front of them, which then collapses quickly enough that it effectively explodes. It makes a miniature explosion that's at several thousand degrees Celsius. Okay.
You want to take the lead? Go.
I'm gonna take the lead on this one.
Okay, I'll go first.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, I see him indeed. Got him. Oof. Yeah, I love it. I love it when they do stuff like that. The other ones, have you seen the wind turbine thing? So if you look at the flipper on a humpback whale, they've got all these like weird nodules and stuff on the back side of the flipper. And what they think those do is yeah, so what they think the nodules do is they reduce vortexes forming at the tip of the flipper. Okay, got him. So they're looking at doing similar designs for wind turbines and aircraft propellers, because it will help reduce tip vortex, which makes them more effective and less noisy. Die, you son of a bitch. Got him. Yeah, Taurus propeller, like a toroid propeller has advantages, but they also have issues in terms of they require more material to make, and they also have issues with generating flow for certain things. They have uses because they don't generate tip vortex, but they're not ideal for air reapplication. So again, they're great for things like drones, where you need high RPM, low vibration. I'm not sure about because again, with a wind turbine, generally you want low RPM on a wind turbine. You don't want high speed.
You recognize any of them, Dutch? Of course not. Cole doesn't give a damn about his men. All he cares about is numbers. If you can shoot a gun and ride a horse and kill without thought.
Give me that loot.
Think how long some of you have been with me. I imagine Colm doesn't even know half the names of these fools. Keep looking. We need everything we can get off of these bastards.
Give me bullets. This is the dude I shot off the water tower.
We got more coming in from the forest.
Well, it's not even high torque. Like, torque is useful, but the main thing with a wind turbine is just for lack of a better word, consistency of flow. You just want the turbine to keep turning. Now, having a large turbine blade helps with that, because it means you can get the most out of the least breeze, and also you can get a again, like you can catch a breeze over a wider area. Die, you son of a bitch.
What do you think, Arthur? We hold ground here or go at it?
I say we killing the bastards.
Yep, the only way to deal with an ambush is to advance into it.
Ain't many walk away from old Driscoll.
All of them in the forest.
God, he's gonna get
Shit, there is a lot of them. Get down. Switch out for the long gun. And get in the ground. Where are we? But yeah, definitely very, very interested in the use of toroidal propellers for things like drones.
Cowards are running away. Good work, boys. Back to the
Where they run into?
Get what we need. Clear out.
And give me your shit. Ooh, gold-plated buckle. I'm wondering, so it's 1899. They probably would have had electrolysis gold plating by this point in time. $1.25. Actually, not a small amount of money back in the day. Alright, give me your shit. What do you got? $1.02. Now to catch the ferry back in that day cost a nickel. Yeah, for the cavitating stuff. Because I think the other thing that led to the prevalence of speedboats was fiberglass. Because it meant they could make the hulls out of fiberglass instead of having to use wood. Because, yeah, like, ultra-high speed boats do really weird shit. Ultra-high speed anything does weird shit. So, the world record for airspeed is held by the SR-71 Blackbird. Yeah?
Good work, boys. Now, let's tear this place apart.
The SR-71 is a very interesting aircraft. It was designed to go very high and very fast.
You go search that wagon there.
And part of the thing with the SR-71 is that its fuel tanks,
Quick! Find those detonators, explosives, anything.
X-15,
Let's go.
is it really faster? I thought the speed record was still held by the 71. It might have gotten pipped, but I thought the 71 was still the record holder. But either way, the alright, I'll take your word for it. But either way, the SR-71 at a certain point held the record, and has a very interesting quirk with the engines, in the sense that A, very inflammable on ground, and B, because of the friction at flying at high altitude, the fuel tanks leak. They leak when they're on the ground. that's because at high altitude the metal expands and causes them to seal. It's kind of a funky thing. What am I looking for? Found dynamite. Oh, I think dynamite's what I'm looking for.
Here. This looks good. What do you think, Bill?
Well, looks fine. Smells good.
Come on.
Smells good, most important part.
Did we get everything?
Think so, boss? Found this on one of them.
Thank you.
This is perfect.
Oh, yeah. Interesting. This is something about the train they was gonna rob. Of Mr. Leviticus Cornwall. Mount back up. Let's keep moving. All right, let's get out of here. Proud of you boys. All of you.
Idiot.
Not a man down.
Good work, fellers.
Not bad for some starving down and outs. They can pummel us hard as they like. But we will always get back up and fight. That's who we are. Outlaws for life, fellas. Wait until we have John, Mac, Charles, and Sean back riding with us, and I believe, I know, they will all be back.
I don't know if I want to be an outlaw for life, Dutch.
This hit'll hurt him a lot more than any bullet in the head.
Especially when we rob this train, too.
Yeah, I guess we'll see about that.
Oh, indeed we will.
You know, he'll come after us.
Oh, of course he will, just like all the rest. But we're gonna stay a step ahead of them. Make sure we always know where they are before they know where we are. We allowed ourselves to get a step behind in Blackwater. That won't happen again.
Sure it won't, Dutch. Sure it won't.
All right, dig in, fellas.
I tell you what was a rocket with a person strapped to it. Messerschmitt 301 Comet. Quite literally was a glider that they then put a liquid-fueled rocket in. Incredibly fast aircraft, perhaps not the best design, particularly because of the fact that it ejects its wheels on takeoff, so you have to land on a skid. Great for a glider, not great for a rocket-propelled aircraft.
Leave him to me.
All right, we're heading back. Just bring him back alive. Could be useful.
Alright,
Okay, you got it.
I gotta catch this guy. I gotta lasso him. But no, an interesting development regarding the 301 Comet. Yeah, the Americans had a similar setup for an aircraft in the 60s. I can't remember what its designation was, but it was called the Goblin. And yeah, the idea was it was a small jet plane attached to a larger plane that it would detach from as like a parasite fighter. So yeah, plane launched aircraft is a thing, particularly with high speed stuff like the X-15. The whole point is it's because it means you don't need to optimize it for low speed takeoffs. Okay. Oop. Fuck's sake, come over here, you piece of shit. There we go. We lassoed him.
You're coming with me.
You got me mixed up with someone else.
But yeah, interesting one about the 301 Comet was it was an incredibly fast aircraft. But they actually found it was too fast.
Just let me go, come on.
And so one of the things they tried to develop for the 301 was a gun camera. Basically, it was a photoelectric circuit mount attached to the gun, and the idea was that when you attacked an enemy bomber, the shade from the bomber would trigger the gun to go off. Basically, when light was coming through the lens, it would form a circuit. When that circuit was broken, it automatically fired the gun.
So I'd advise you to save your breath for screaming.
No, please!
Okay.
Let me go. I'll disappear. I'll go to Mexico.
No, you won't go to Mexico. You will not go to Tijuana. You will not become the Tijuana iguana.
Shut your mouth, you little shitter. I will shut it for you.
Also, is this the dude we let go earlier?
I don't know nothing real about him. Honest. I don't want to die, mister. Oh, I think I'm gonna puke.
And you don't want to die, then you shouldn't have joined up with your Driscolls.
Because I will break every bone in your body.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay?
Not one more goddamn word. Am I clear?
Okay. Okay.
That's 2 bones right there.
Off the top of my head, how many bones in the human body? It's like 128. My horse likes me. That's nice. I have no idea what actually results in increasing my stats in this game. Haunts. Alright, let's take a left. And then a right. Map is interesting. Not terrible, but not great either.
Here we are, you sack of shit. Let's introduce you to the boys.
Don't hurt me, please.
No, don't worry. They're real nice.
Okay, where are we going? Ah, it's this one.
You found a little shit, did you?
Yep. I got him.
Very good. Welcome to your new home. Hope you're real.
Oh, it's a map.
happy here.
I was wondering what he was holding.
You want me to make him talk?
Oh no, now all we'll get is lies. Uncle, Mr. Williamson, tie this maggot up someplace safe. We get him hungry first. I got a saying, my friend. We shoot fellas as need shooting, save fellas as need saving, and feed 'em as need feeding. We are gonna find out what you need. I can't believe it! An O'Driscoll in my camp!
I ain't an O'Driscoll, mister.
Well, yeah, but to be fair, like a plane is a complex and large object. Light cheats because light is both a particle and a wave. It's much easier to go faster when you're a subatomic particle than when you're a large object.
Okay.
Because when you're a particle of light, you're not constrained by things like friction or air resistance. What up?
You okay, Bill?
Are we gonna hit this train then?
Seems that way.
Fuck you, Micah.
Guess that worked out with the O'Driscolls.
Now we just have to rob this train. Get out of here.
Yeah. Them wagons are still snowed in. Having fun in here, Lenny?
More since we robbed the O'Driscolls.
Hopefully we'll be out of here soon.
I like Lenny. Don't like Micah. Fuck that guy. Yeah, exactly. The only things that a particle of light has to worry about is things that can effectively bend its trajectory, like again a neutron star that's dense enough to do so, or a black hole.
We're gonna starve to death up here, Mr. Morgan.
Pearson, what do you got for me?
We're okay. We have a few cans of food and a rabbit. For what?
10, 12 people? When I was in the Navy.
I do not wish to hear about what you got up to in the Navy, Mr.
Oof.
Pearson.
Navy boys.
Stranded at sea for 50 days.
And you unfortunately survived.
When we ran away from Blackwater, I wasn't able to get supplies in.
Well, when government agents are hunting you down, sometimes shopping trips need to be cut short. We'll survive. We always have. If needs be, we can eat you. You're the fattest.
I sent Lenny and Bill hunting, and they found nothing.
Well, Lenny's more into book learning than hunting. Bill's a fool. Unless those mountains are full of game that want to read, ain't no wonder they found
Enough of this. We'll go find something. Come on, Arthur.
Wait a
Are
second.
we going bow hunting?
Here. You're gonna need something to eat out there.
Assorted, salted offal.
Oof, tasty.
Starving would be preferable.
Come on, let's go.
You can't go hunting. Look at your hand.
I can't stay here listening to you two. Look, if there's game in those hills, I'll find it. And you can kill it.
You need to rest, Charles.
You think this is rest? Come along. Here, you take this. I can't use it, and you'll have to.
Oh, you're joking.
Use a gun, and we'll scare off
Well.
every animal for miles around.
Of course, going fast on light's really hard. Otherwise, we would have done it by now. But yeah, no, it is incredibly difficult for a whole bunch of reasons. Although to be fair, I'm not a physicist. Also, fun little interesting fact of the world. So in the UK, bow hunting is illegal. You can't do what we're about to do. We can't go hunting with a bow or a crossbow. In Australia, you can. It is legal. In the UK, you can practice falconry. You can go hunting with a falcon or an eagle or any other bird of prey. In Australia, falconry is illegal.
Find something to kill that ain't no Driscoll?
So yeah, interesting contrasts of the world.
Pearson doesn't know what he's talking about.
And in America, you can do both, because freedom.
We'll head up this way. Find some higher ground.
Been a wild few days, all right. That ride north from Blackwater.
I'm curious what he's gonna do.
Going out from John. That thing with the O'Driscolls.
You've had a lot put on you. I wish I could have done more.
I didn't mean it like that. Just a lot to think back on.
I still don't really know what happened on that boat.
Me neither. Well, Javier told me a bit, but
Oh, there we go.
weren't good.
Where's my horse turning around? What the f... Why did my horse just randomly turn around at the top of the ridge? I still have no idea why my horse randomly turned around at the top of that ridge.
Come on, let's try this way. Keep your eyes peeled for movement. The wind's died down too.
That's good.
No wind at all is bad, but if it's too strong, they won't move. Now shh. Stay quiet.
Yeah. I'm not sure why no wind is bad.
Hey, stop here a second. I see something.
Because usually the main issue's
Careful.
avoiding being downwind of an organ... Oh, sorry, being upwind of something. So then it can smell you. You want to be downwind.
There's deer been here. Recently.
How can you tell?
How can you not? Let's walk it from here.
Well, yeah, it looks like there's tracks.
Don't gun will scare everything around.
Right, let's get the bow.
The bow, Arthur. Come on. Quiet.
Yeah, I got the bow.
Stay low and move slowly. Try to stay low. You see the tracks?
I think so. Maybe not.
Focus.
Oh, I got the Assassin's Creed view. Sweet.
It's easier in the snow, but once you get your eye in, you'll be able to track nearly as well in grass and woods.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Tracking is one of the things I have been wanting to pick up as a skill, but I've just never had the opportunity. Because I mean, I don't hunt, but it's one of those things where being able to identify animal spoor would be I think a useful. Yeah, I heard about that. Well, did they launch it, or were they trying? Also, thank you for blinding us all right when I'm in the middle of hunting. Oh, hey. Mia, how you doing? Yeah, that was down in South Australia, wasn't it? Because I know they attempted the launch a couple of times, but I wasn't sure if they'd actually succeeded. There's the one. Yeah, welcome in. Okay, focus on the track. There we go. Okay, so they did successfully launch it.
Wait, look.
Oh.
There they are.
Yeah, there's the deer.
Are you ready with that bow? Aim for their head or neck. We want a good, clean kill. You can pull back. Good shot.
Got him.
Now let's try for another.
Okay. So we are playing Red Dead Redemption, which is it's the first time I've actually played this. It's very pretty so far. It's very cinematic. Kind of boring in that it kind of keeps being cutscenes, but the rest of it's actually quite nice. Okay, so there's one deer. Where's the next one? Ah, there's the across the river. Okay. There we go. Still figuring out the controls. Right, there's our tracks. Very good. There are the deer. I'm blind. Okay.
You just wounded it. Better go put it out of its misery. Careful. This might be our only chance for a good meal.
Kind of. Red Dead Redemption's weird in that there is an online.
Well, dead now.
Okay, that'll do it. I think that's all we can carry.
Yeah, so it's online. There is a multiplayer, but I'm just playing the story mode.
It'll be fine once I get it on my shoulder. Okay, I'll go grab the other one.
So we've got our deer. I think we're heading back home.
I'm gonna get this pack on my horse.
Yeah, I don't think I've found any of the Easter eggs yet.
Put that on your horse?
What is it? H Force. I haven't played Far Cry Primordial. I've played 3, 4, 5, 6, and Blood Dragon. Blood Dragon was the most fun. 4 was probably the best one. 5 was okay. 3 was good. 6 is garbage.
Not bad, boy.
And they're making like an audio series or something weird for 6.
Let's head back.
I don't know. I just saw about it today. But it's called like Far Cry 6 Sound of Revolution or something.
Nice work, Arthur. Should be enough meat here to keep us all
But
fed for
yeah,
a few days.
You found him.
Far Cry 6 was bad.
You'd be okay with that bow.
It was incredibly easy. Like,
When they ain't
just
shooting back.
armor-piercing ammunition on every gun, go for headshots. You don't need to do anything else.
Wondering how things were looking a couple of days back? Well, maybe our luck is finally on the turn.
Seems to me we should be putting our effort into getting off this mountain now.
Soon. People are still
Also, what was it? Far Cry New Dawn was garbage. I didn't play it, but I knew it was garbage.
going nowhere until we get some more thaw.
You're probably right. And even if we do get off here, what then? We'll still have a big price on our heads.
This is a big country. We'll find somewhere to lie low. Dutch and Jose will have a plan.
Okay, fair enough. Have a good evening.
You notice how Pearson's had a bottle in his hand ever since we fled Blackwater? We give the camp cook 5
Thanks for dropping by.
the essentials and go, and he doesn't even bring a crumb of food.
Good that we caught more than one. We've only been up here a few days and have already picked up 2 more mouths to feed.
One more. We ain't feeding the O'Driscoll a damn thing. Except maybe that can of salted almond Pearson was kind enough to give us.
The girl, she has a wild look in her eye.
Well, you would too if you've been stuck in a basement for 3 days after your husband had killed.
Home. Everything she had.
So what do we do with her?
Well, once we get out of here and we're back on our feet, we'll see. She might have family somewhere.
Who knows? Maybe she'll deal with the O'Driscoll for us.
Well, I know who my money's on in that fight. He's weak, but that makes him much more useful. Maybe we can get to them before they get to us.
What is it with the O'Driscolls?
You ain't dealt with them? I suppose. Hell, we ain't run into them much the last 6 months. I guess because they've been over this way.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of talk about them.
Well, we've been scrapping over scores with them for years. Big gang. Nasty sons of bitches.
Watch out.
What do we got?
Bear up ahead.
Oh, bear.
Let's see if we can find another way around.
Sure.
Must be real hungry. Stay well back. Spring storms like this are the worst for animals that sleep all winter. What's wrong, Arthur?
Oh, it was prompting me to pitch my horse. Now I'm getting back on it. Okay. Aren't I supposed to be looking for another way around? Or have we just got to incite the bear?
Cut up here, off the trail.
Yeah, not gonna lie, I'm happy to live in a place where there are no bears. Because bears scare the shit out of me.
We ain't ever talked that much, you and me. How long you been with us now? 5, 6 months?
Something like that?
Bet you didn't expect this.
What?
Any of this. Blackwater
I
mess.
don't know if anyone expects it when you become an outlaw.
Sooner or later, a job's gonna go wrong. Nature of life.
I just thought you might have moved on by now.
You want me to move on?
No, not at all. I know you could run it alone, no problem.
I did that for a long time. I'm done with it. Always wondering if someone's gonna kill you in your sleep?
I still wonder that most nights.
I reckon you're okay. This suits me.
Of course I'm okay.
Sure, I could fall in with another gang, but Dutch...
I'm the protagonist.
You know, Dutch is different.
Oh, yes. Dutch is certainly different.
He treats me fair. Most of you do. And for a fellow with a black father and an Indian mother, that ain't normally the case.
Well, we need you now. More than ever.
Good. And how long have you been with these boys? Why ain't you run off?
Me? Oh, 20 years, something like that. Since I was a boy.
20 years?
We're back in movie mode, it seems.
Taught me to read. John, too. Taught me a few other things, him and Hosea.
Huh. I'm sure.
Dutch saved me. Saved most of us. That's why we need to stick by him through this.
Oh, I still need to actually steer. Right.
How's that new horse?
He's all right. He'll do for now. I appreciate you letting me take Taima the other night.
She's a strong one. It's been as hard on the horses as on the rest of us. I don't know what Dutch would do if something happened to the Count.
Same with Bill and Brown Jack. He's a drunk, miserable bastard, but he loves that horse.
Huh. I hope they all make it.
I wonder if there's a correlation between people who are car guys nowadays and people who were horse guys back in the day.
Won't take nobody but him.
Because I mean, I'm not a horse guy and I'm not a car guy either. I'm actually in fact very glad that I don't live in a time or a place where riding a horse is a necessary skill set.
I'm gonna hitch Taima over here.
Brought some food back, boys.
Damn, I thought it was close enough to hitch that.
You should really tether that horse, Arthur.
Okay, there we go.
What the hell?
Get out of the way, son. Let me hitch my horse.
Come on, let's get these over to Pearson. Oh, and thank you for showing me how to use the bow properly.
I only showed you a little. Takes a lifetime of practice to master.
Well, well, well. Just drop it down in here.
Okay, there we go.
What a surprise. Find a camp rat loitering around in the kitchen.
Is that any way to greet an old friend? I feel like we haven't spoken for days.
I do my utmost to avoid you.
Why, he loves me, really. It's his sad way of showing affection.
No, it isn't. Now shoot. Get
So who's old-timey prospector?
Gents later.
See, you got on just fine.
Charles is a wonder.
Have a drink, boys. You earned it.
Jesus, what is that?
Hooch.
Navy rum, sir. It's the only thing. The only thing. Keeps you sane, it does.
Yes, seems to have done a treat on
Hitting the rumbos.
you. Go rest that hand, Charles.
I'll be fine in a few days.
You mind helping me with the skinning, Mr. Morgan? It's easier if we do it together.
Do I get to skin you?
You're always one with the jokes, aren't you? Come on.
This really isn't a job for a man with a burnt hand. I'll see you both later.
You skinned that one you dumped on the floor there.
Alright. We really should hang these, but...
Not too bad, Mr. Morgan. Yeah. They always said you were a butcher. You know, you could trade these or sell these in pretty much any town.
Well,
Make a legitimate bit of money, of
not
course.
quite. You need to clean them up first.
Get off this mountain alive.
Well, if you catch anything else, you bring it to me.
Sure.
Thank you, Mr. Morgan. Heck, Arthur Morgan's first decent bit of hunting after all these years.
Oh, there we go. We are actually hanging it.
Now, everyone's got to do their bit to survive.
Just gotta drain the blood out.
Make a good stew. Folk need it. It's been a tough few days. Been a bad few weeks, but Dutch being Dutch, he is busy making plans, and Dutch being Dutch, those plans involve robbery and dreams. Well, I thought you was reading him his last rites. Now I see you're introducing him to your other passion.
I'll mind you to show me some respect, Mr. Morgan.
Mind away, Reverend. You're still here, then?
I owe you.
Yeah. And you'll pay me. But for the moment, just rest.
Arthur, I think it's time for the train.
Want me to come?
Of course I do, but look at you.
I was always ugly, Dutch. It's just a scratch.
Don't lie still.
Lie down.
Hello, Abigail.
Dutch,
Jackie.
the boy wanted to see you, John.
He's seen me now. Or what's left of me. What about you?
Guess I was hoping to see a corpse.
Bide your time. You'll see plenty of them.
You're a rotten man, John Marston.
He is an idiot, Abigail. We all know it. Now, railway men. Bill, now you ride ahead and set the charge at the water tower just before the tunnel.
Ain't a problem. Why are we doing this? Weather's breaking. We could leave. I thought we was lying low.
Yeah, come on. What do you want from me, Hosea?
I just don't want any more folks to die, Dutch.
We're living, Hosea. We're living. Look at me. We're living. Even you. But we need money. Everything we has in Blackwater. You fancy heading back there?
No. Listen, Dutch, I ain't trying to undermine you. I just want to stick to the plan, which was to lie low, then head back out west. Now, suddenly we're about to rob a train.
What choice have we got?
Leviticus Cornwall's no joke, Dutch.
Who is Leviticus Cornwall?
He's a big railway magnate, sugar dealer, oil man.
Yeah, sugar dealers.
For him. Sounds like he has more than enough.
Sugar was white gold back in the day.
Gentlemen, it is time to make something of ourselves. Get your horses ready. We have a train to rob. All right, we're moving out. Follow me.
Train robbing time.
Okay, gentlemen, listen up. All of you.
Okay, maybe don't pull my gun on Dutch.
Kindly provided to us by the O'Driscolls. The train will be coming north from Big Valley. We're gonna pick it off after it crosses the border into the Grizzlies. There's a raised spot there that should give us good vantage.
The Grizzlies. Where are the Grizzlies? Is that
Outriders. How's that hand?
Montana?
I'll be fine.
Good. I'll take the driver and engineer, then run point. Lenny and Javier, you two take the front cars, deal with any guards. Arthur and Micah, you head straight for the back. That's what we're after. Mr. Cornwall's private car.
You and me, Morgan.
Great.
Have you got a problem with that?
Not if you keep your head for once.
You worry about yourself, huh?
Enough!
Shut the fuck up, Micah.
After Bill blows the tracks, we're gonna need to move fast.
Absolute goblin.
Is everyone clear on what they're doing?
Yep.
Nope.
Crystal.
Yes, boss.
Good. Now come on. Let's ride.
Is this a console thing? Is it games designed for consoles just have these constant cutscenes? Because I'm really enjoying the stuff where I'm not in a cutscene.
Out of the snow, finally.
Feels good, doesn't it? But we need to get this done fast. Now it's thawing before anyone gets up here after us. Oh, look at you boys. See? This is what I call a crew. Micah Bell, Charles Smith, Arthur Morgan, Javier Escuela, and what about young Lenny here? Always the first man on his horse.
just happy we're back at 'em, Dutch.
You sure you're ready for this, kid?
He's gonna die. Lenny's gonna get shot.
Keep your eyes sharp. That goes for all of you. No mistakes. Not again.
So we do this, then we go back to Blackwater to collect. How many times you gonna ask the same question, Micah? That's a lot of damn money to leave sitting for too long.
It would be crazy to go back there now. The place will be swarming with Pinkertons.
We go back when I say we go back, and that's the end of it. The money's safe. You'll just have to trust me. And if the O'Driscolls are right, there'll be a stack of railroad bonds on this train. Good money, once we work out how to cash them. Now everyone, shut up!
Great.
Get your mind on the job.
Bonds, we gotta figure out how to cash them.
There's the water tower. Hold up here on the ridge.
Not a bad place for an ambush.
Is Bill there? Yeah. You want to head down, see how he's getting on?
Okay.
Oh!
Not a bad place at all. Howdy, Bill.
I'm okay. You sure? Of course. Can I help a little?
All right. Go ahead and set up the detonator by those rocks over there.
Okay, sure.
Now just unspool the wire and then attach it to said detonator.
Pick up the spool. Alright, we spooling. Okay. Oh, cool. He's doing this automatically. That's good. I'm not sure. Would you actually cut it?
This is good.
All right. That should do it. You head back up to the others. I got it from here.
Alright. Let's bring the horsey on up. Don't really know what the point of that was, but...
Just be ready to move quick, and remember the plan. All of you, no mistakes. What's going on?
He says all fine.
We'll soon find out.
Everything okay? I think so. Okay, cover your faces. Train should be here. Any minute now. That includes you, Arthur?
Okay. Have I got to cover my face or something? Aha. You know what? I'm not going to cover my face. I'm just going to go in here. People can know who I am.
Gentlemen, it's time. Good luck, all of you. You all know what to do.
Here we go. Shit! No! What? God!
Oh, you have got to be kidding me. Where did you find that moron? You said it was fine.
My fault.
Come on! You're pathetic. You know that?
What are we gonna do? Oh, we're gonna jump on the train. Whoop. Oh, okay, just fell off the side. I was wondering if he was gonna go under or not.
I'm slipping!
No, you're not.
Help!
Ah, okay, it's rabbit click.
You're okay. Now, let's go slow this thing down.
Where's Javier?
He fell. The others will get him.
You and me, big man.
Okay.
Come on, we need to stop this train.
There's another guard up ahead. You want me to take him?
I'll go. You cover me.
Okay.
Give him the knife.
Shouldn't we push up? We best get up there.
Got him, I think.
Let's keep moving.
Give me your shit. Oop. Do not get shot whilst looting.
Come on, let's get to the front.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm good. What the hell was Bill doing? He had long enough to set that charge.
Well, I hooked up the wire, but we won't mention that.
Yeah, I thought about that because I was looking. He did seem to only hook up one of the terminals.
That's what we're doing, kid.
I mean, I could hurry, but I really needed that 39 cents. Oh, okay. Well, looks like my NPC got shot. Great job, buddy.
Come on, we need to stop this train.
There's another guard up ahead. You want me to take him?
Getting cover. Where's the other one?
You alright?
Yeah, I'm good. What the hell was Bill doing? He had long enough to set that charge.
Well,
Give me
I
your 24
hooked up the
cents.
wire, but we won't mention that.
We gotta hurry. We have to stop this train.
That's what we're doing, kid.
Give me your shit. Okay, up we go. I lost my hat. I lost my damn hat.
How you doing there?
I'm okay. We gotta hurry. We have to stop this train.
That's what we're doing, kid.
I'm going up.
That's interesting. Steam engine by the looks of it. Up we go. Oof. Interesting. I've never seen a setup like this with the little box for the engineer up here behind the coal bunker. Okay. Interesting. Again, I've never seen a setup like this. It's kind of cool. Number 249.
Look out! Got more coming off the train.
Got him.
All these bastards must be guarding something. Still okay?
I think so.
Good.
Damn, he's got more. Who is this guy?
Doing good, kid. Where the hell are the others?
I don't know. Damn it. I thought that was all of them.
We're gonna get out of this.
Oh, I know we are. That's the other boy.
Let's get in cover.
Watch it. More of them ahead. I can see now why the O'Driscolls brought so many boys up here for this.
Parker, get over here.
Yeah, give me a minute. I want this. I want my hat back.
You two all right? Yes, let's get the money and go.
We got some fellas holed up in this last car.
Ah, shit.
What are you boys planning on doing in there? Listen to me. We don't want to kill any of you. Any more of you. I give you my word, but trust me, we will.
I work for Leviticus Corps.
Come on, boys.
We got our orders.
Okay. You asked for it.
That's one hell of a car.
Opening this door.
4, 3, 2, 1. Seems our friends have gone deaf. Wake them up a little. That's enough. Mr. Williamson, give Mr. Morgan and Mr. Smith some dynamite. You two boys go blow that door open.
Sure.
Now, it don't matter too much to us, but you boys in there might want to take a step back.
Seems good enough.
Here we go.
Now light the fuse.
Unless you got a death wish, I'd step back, fellas.
Yeah, might want to. Bit further than that, perhaps.
All right, come on. There's one.
Oh. Okay, I don't have to shoot him. All good.
We just want to rob your boss.
Bit.
Get on up there. Search that train.
Look at this place. It's like a palace.
Now I've seen everything. Oh, you two got the
And it is nice.
Oh, yes. Should be easy as cake.
Alright, what do we got?
Just gonna stand there, kid. Pour me some brandy, will ya? I'm parched.
Shut up. Me and Arthur did all the work.
Yeah, kid did good. Didn't see you rush.
Dear Mr. Cornwall, we are yet to secure payment of $2,000 for the initial phase of exploitation at the Whipeeee Indian Reservation. Oh, my eyes are going. Chamberlain has agreed in the contract between Cornwall Kerosene and Tar and the Leyland Oil Development Company, dated November 9th, 1898. On receipt of the funds, we will proceed with Phase 2 and 3 of the project and present you with a detailed report on the findings within the month. Yours respectfully, James Crutchley, Head of Accounts, Leyland Oil Development Company. Anything on the back of it? No.
Fancy new boaties ordered from Europe? I am not robbing another boat as long as I live.
Platinum pocket watch. Thank you kindly. 2 platinum pocket watches. Fine brandy. What do we got? Another letter.
Any luck, Arthur?
Dear Leviticus, thank you for the telegram and for your continued interest in the Jameson Mining Company. However, sorry news you have received of mismanagement of financial difficulties at the mine in somewhereburg are simply fake. I would urge you to question your sources. Something interesting is quite different from the the mining industry, other than the coal industry is quite different from the oil industry in a number of ways. So, something remains open to something of your inconvenience exchange, something. Corporate expertise. I would be delighted to host you in wherever and give you a personal tour of the mines and its associated facilities. I look forward to further correspondence. Yours sincerely, whoever it is, Jameson. Yeah, I'm glad that we live in an age where cursive is not as much of a thing as it was. What do you got, any drawers? Oh, yes. $25. Blue Jay. Jolly Jack cigarettes. Fauna of North America. Okay, we got anything? Ooh, okay.
No, this looks like something.
Strong box. $25. Oh, it's a bond. Okay.
I think I got him. Nice. Thank God. Come on.
Take that cigar. We got the cabinet. Nothing else worth taking. Oops, some more fine brandy.
What did you find? These bonds. They worth anything?
Oh, sure. Bearer bonds. I think we can probably sell these pretty easily.
Well done. Now, would you get rid of all of this? The train?
Yeah, get it out of here.
What about them?
What do you think?
I don't know.
It's up to you. Kill them, leave them here, take them with you on
Arthur's so opinionated for a guy whose constant answer is,
after us.
Okay.
See you back at camp. When you get back.
Like, at least me, I know I have no opinions.
Let's ride.
I make that very clear.
Okay. Get on the train. Quick. All of you. Any bright ideas, I kill all three.
Oh. Didn't mean to shoot that guy. Well, welcome back. You're back just in time for me to commit an accidental murder. I really did not mean to shoot that guy. Okay, that's a failure apparently. The train, okay, the train was abandoned. Sure there is. My finger slipped. No, but seriously, I thought pointing my gun at the... Because it gives you the prompt. It's threaten them and point your weapon at them. And I thought
Get on the train, quick.
pointing my weapon at them would motivate them.
I kill all three, so behave. Come on, move.
We won't tell a soul, I swear.
Get a move on.
Get on there. So that was the problem, was I ran too far away from the train, I see. Oop, that was interesting. Alright. Start the train up. Yes. Let's see if the text-to-speech actually works. I haven't actually tried it. So that may not actually function.
For Lord's sake, put that book away and go help.
I honestly don't know. It may not actually be working. Again, I haven't tried it. I haven't set it up. So
We getting out of this hellhole?
We're gonna try. Weather seems stable.
I may just take it off the list actually.
We got money in our pockets. The worst is behind us, gentlemen. So the question is,
As always, everything is a work in progress.
We should set up camp in Horseshoe Overlook near Valentine. We'll be able to hide out there, no problem, as long as we keep our noses clean.
Well, then let's go. Clean noses and everything else.
Ah, yeah. Well, that's good. If it didn't actually work, then that's good.
I know you two like to talk about the good old days and what's gone wrong with old Dutch.
So yeah, I'll have a look into why that's not working. I don't know. I think he had to go. I think he mentioned he was being called somewhere, so I don't know.
Lenny, Micah, get over here.
Yes, boss.
You two ride up ahead, make sure there's no surprises. We've had enough of those.
Me with the boy?
Just go.
Come on, kid.
Micah, you piece of shit, do as you're told. Yeah, all the others should work. All the others actually definitely work. The TTS is the one that I haven't really tested because it's built in as part of Twitch. Go on, get. But yeah, all the others should definitely work.
Okay, let's take a look.
Lost a wagon wheel.
You all right back there? Does everything look all right?
Well, what's going on?
Ah, I broke
Yeah, that one definitely works.
All right, let's get it fixed.
You need help?
I reckon we can handle it. All right, Charles, you and me hold the thing up while you try and put the wheel back on after.
You still strong enough to hold up a wagon?
Sure.
I'm just saying.
Don't say less.
Yeah, that one's fun. The only problem with it is it winds up getting muted in the VODs. I feel like this is far too easy to fix this wheel.
See? You ain't so useless after all.
Not quite.
Yeah, no, there's a reason why that one's a bit more pricey than the others. It's good fun.
What do you think? If they wanted trouble, we wouldn't have seen them.
Poor bastards. We really screwed them over down here. Come on, let's not push our luck.
What happened?
Well, get in. I'll tell you.
Oh yay, we get to learn about racism.
Not too far now. Stay on this trail. We'll follow the river, then cut left inland. So, yes, in these parts got sold a very raw deal. This is
What? It says hold left alt.
farming and grazing
Oh,
country.
it said hold, but it's
They
actually
lost it
tap.
all. Stolen clean away from them it was, every blade of grass. Killed
Yeah, no, there's a few in there.
the reservations in the middle of nowhere.
And how's that different from anywhere else?
Well, maybe it's not. I just heard some of the army out here was particularly unpleasant about it.
Unpleasant? How do you rob and kill people pleasantly? We don't, despite it, that's just talk.
I fear I was perhaps trying to simplify something more complicated.
Yes, I was waiting for you to find that one.
Hey, don't blame it on me. Never forget, this here's a con man, Charles, born and bred. Just 'cause it sounds fancy don't mean he knows a damn thing about what he's talking about. Yep. So, what happened to your child?
Well, that's the point of points.
I don't even know if I have one. At least, not that
Find a worthwhile thing to use them on.
He told me he lived with our people for a while. A number of free men did.
I find those two are most fun when I'm playing a game that actually involves swords.
Three of us fled. I was too young to really remember much. My whole life I've been on the run. A couple years later,
Squirrels.
some soldiers captured my mother. Took her somewhere. We never saw her again. We drifted around. He was a very sad man, and the drink had a mean hold on him. Around 13, I just took off on my own.
That was about the age we found young Arthur here. Maybe a little older.
Wow, I'm glad you're having fun. That was the whole point of putting them together.
But he learned fast.
Wait, I don't understand. What's the problem between you two?
Arthur?
It's a long story. Yep.
I don't think there's any. Yeah, I don't have any like 10-point redeems or anything.
Right way.
That depends.
I need some cheap ones, some gnomes or something.
Search of fortune and repose in virgin forests as we planned? No. Are we heading in the correct direction on our desperate escape from the law eastwards down the mountains? Yes, I believe so.
You know this area?
A little. I've been through a couple of times. There's a livestock town.
See, I've given you something to look forward to.
Cowboys, outlaws, working girls.
Come on back next time.
The place.
Driscoll's,
Probably them too.
Pinkertons,
Oof, Pinkertons.
Not
and this place we're going. Wait, what's it called again?
horseshoe.
I don't know if I want to make it 10 points.
Place to lie low?
I do like text to speech. The problem is that I find it gets overused sometimes.
Going to lie. It's just, you know, maybe it's me who's changed, not him, but we kept telling him that ferry job didn't feel right. You and me had a real lead in Blackwater that could have worked out.
Maybe.
It just
I was thinking maybe 300, maybe 500.
And we're still here, so I figure we must have got it right a hell of a lot more than we
Because I find, like, yeah, it does get overused. The other thing as well, I find if you make it more expensive, people think about it more.
anyway.
just some yarrow and ginseng. Good for the health. Better than that stuff.
And when
you
people
buy
think
at the
about it
store.
more, you get more entertaining ones.
You can have all this. I'm at the point where I can do it with my eyes closed.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
That's going to be a healing item. Go speed wagon. Yeah.
There you are, brother. Head in there. Follow the track for a bit.
Thanks.
Hey, slow up. I'll jump on.
All right. Yeah, I can understand that. And I find it's a useful way to like get the audience engaged. Because streaming's not just about the streamer, in my opinion. It's about the audience and the streamer. It's about interaction. Like, you know, if you just want to see someone play a game, you can go and watch a YouTube video.
Gentlemen.
But at the same time, you got to strike a balance between it being overused and being creatively used to enhance the stream.
Arthur and I were about to prosper in Blackwater. We were onto something big. Then Micah got you all excited about that ferry, and here we are.
We have all made mistakes over the years, Hosea. Every last one of us. But I kept us together. Kept us alive. Kept the nooses off our neck.
I guess I'm just worried. I ain't got that long, Dutch. I want folks safe before I go.
Me too.
And now we are stuck. East of the Grizzlies and out of money. And a long way from our dream of virgin land in the west.
I know, my brother. But we are safe. We make a bit of money here. Then we move again. Head out around them. Be west of Uncle Sam. In a few months, buy some land.
I hope so.
Would you just look around you? This world has its consolations.
Gentlemen, I'm going to head into the local town and, you know, see if I can
Yeah,
strike
that's
up a little
good.
business.
I don't think of myself as being particularly interesting, so I'm glad that other people at least
Seems more
find something appealing.
somehow. Now, everyone,
But yeah, thanks for doing that. My usual rule is don't talk about me in other people's streams too much unless they're okay with it, because I know some people aren't alright with other people dragging other streamers into their chats or whatever, but if they were okay with it, that's cool. Thanks.
But stay out of trouble. Remember, we
All right.
are itinerant workers.
laid off when they shut down our factory to the north. Now get out there and see what you can find. Uncle, Reverend Swanson, no more passengers. It is time for everyone to earn their keep.
There is a town a little way down the track named Valentine. Livestock town, all mud and morons, if I remember right. That
Well,
seems a decent place
I
to
didn't
start.
teach you how to make a steam bomb so much as I taught you of the dangers of them. I wouldn't advise making one.
That you find, the camp gets its slice. Now be sensible out there.
Now the girls have your tent ready, Mr. Morgan.
Okay, that's good.
You two will be ready shortly. We put you over here.
I'm sure everything will be fine, Miss Grimshaw.
It should be. Most of your stuff from Blackwater got saved.
Everything apart from my money.
Oh, don't remind me.
Well, we can always make more money.
We're gonna have to. Miss Jackson, I've seen shit with more common sense than you. Do it properly.
Good old easy strike matches. Red phosphorus. Actually, no, I think they were yellow phosphorus. Whichever's the more volatile. Alright, we finally made it to chapter 1. And it only took us 2 hours and 30 minutes. I mean, I don't mind a big story, but if this is the only now we're getting to the part where we can actually, you know, roam around and do our shit. That's I was getting really bored, I'm not gonna lie. I'm hoping there's a little bit more freedom to come. Oh, I completed chapter 1. Okay.
Got off the mountain and rode east into some pretty enough country called the Heartlands. Ain't been this far east in many a year. Dutch seems a little better. His eyes are sparkling once more, and I can see he's thinking a little clearer. I think we all feel a little happier, despite of Blackwater and that whole mess.
Arthur?
Well, I think I'll probably find him eventually.
Quite a day.
Let's hope so.
There's a bunch of the boys already in Valentine. Bill, Charles, and Javier. And Swanson found something down at the train station by the lake, apparently. And Strauss came back with that creepy little smile on his face. I'm sure there's a whole list of unfortunates he's forced money upon.
Thank you. And you?
I'm gonna read a book.
All right. I think we might call it there, considering it's been 2.5 hours. So what I might do... Hang on a second. No. Is there a save? Or does it auto save? Yeah, I might call it here. So, let's see if there's anyone on to raid.
Nothing at all.
Actually, hang on a second.
Weeks. Nothing.
Alright, shut up, Dutch. Right. Yeah, so I'm not streaming tomorrow. I usually stream Mondays, Tuesdays, sometimes Wednesdays, but I'll probably take Wednesday off. So maybe Thursday, I don't know. We'll see. But thanks for dropping by. I'm gonna see who's up for a raid. Let's go with Lumi, because I have not raided Lumi before, and she is very cute. So let us go say hello to the wolf from Finland. All right, I will see you all in the future. Oh, we're unable to raid. What is this? Ah, I know why. Give it a second. I fucking hate ad breaks. Alright, well, in the meantime, how are we all doing? Okay, reload. Also, are we stuck in pre-rolls? I think we're stuck in pre-rolls. I will... Give me just a second. Let me refresh something. Do you want to do Cerise? What is this? Why are you lying to me? Why are you lying to me, Twitch? Okay. Cerise, see if that works. Okay, there we go. There we go. We're ready to go. I think we're good. All right. I'll see you in the future.